field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out in Power Field at Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And they're going to bring him down just past the 15 and a flag down as well. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
First down, here's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
21 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back to Mixon on first down. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
He was brought down.
Two big runs here to start this game. How about the offensive line? They came out firing. Great leverage, great punch to get this thing started.
And now this unit on the move already. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Burrow will throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. It's Mixon on the counter. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And it's 3rd down.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So first possession, 4th and short. Field goal's no gimme from here. What do you think about going for it?
I'm not just thinking about it. I'm signaling go for it. Let's get this, all right? Yeah, look, you're right. You know, the field goal's there, but it's not a chip shot. My big thing is opening drive. You're trying to establish momentum. Let's not stall it ourselves. Let's go get this first down and then continue on downfield and try to get a touchdown.
I like your confidence.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. We're trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away.
For the Broncos.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Cincinnati.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mixon with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Von Miller. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
3rd and 15.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
It brings up 4th down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt, and his kick is absolutely perfect.
Makes the score.
So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Play action. Now it's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Six nothing our score after one.
With the score, Bengals 6, Broncos nothing.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Locke working out of the gun. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
1st and 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Gordon, the ball carrier.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Locke on the give. It's Lindsey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there. 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st down, Locke. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Block off of play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to the ground now with Gordon, twisting away. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They look to throw. It's Locke. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Complete to Joe Mixon.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Carl Lawson, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
3rd down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
Darius Phillips. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and 15.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Clock now on first down. That's complete. Okuebuna. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Shotgun snap to Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Open man is Gordon, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
10 at the 22-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now it's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Lindsey on the carry.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
57's the mic. Mark 57. 6-man. Check curls.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Now 3rd and 10.
A third down now, and those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. From the gun, Locke. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They go play action here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
To number 37.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Now it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
The tackle made by
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First down, Bengals.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Burrow will throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Complete to Joe Mixon.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's 7 yards, the pickup there.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Lindsey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Good. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Locke on the bootleg. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it'll be 2nd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locke. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. from the gun. It's locked. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Chandler Jones drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver.
For the Broncos.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Burrow now off the bootleg. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate, but it's going to be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
It's a gain of 6.
Give him 6 yards in the 1st down. First down. Here's Burrow. He'll find Everett there, complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's a
gain of 6 there on 1st.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way. Break a few tackles and really scatter some.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
1st down, Bengals.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. from the shotgun. Joe Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
A 5-yard gain brings up second down at their 48-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 17. Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. He'll get this complete to Erickson. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and that'll bring up second down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. A.J. Boye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
First down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's the All-Pro Von Miller who came in to belt him behind the line. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And quick throw here, that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he's going to be about a yard or two short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. This for the lead in the final stages.
3-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
20.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Another run by Lindsey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. He's back to throw. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially they'll say it's going to go for 19. To throw is locked. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules are the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Mixon with a first down carry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
First throw in overtime now for Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
First down, Cincinnati.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mixon. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now Mixon. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He's tackled at
and a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
Deontay Spencer on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now what can Locke do with his drive? That's complete to Jake Butt. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Block on target there to Fant, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. 1st and 10. Here's Locke. This is the tight end fan. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So a little chunk there on 1st as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get 1st downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Hard throw, incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. This a long one to try and keep us going in overtime. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And here's your ball game. Down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bengals will get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get 1 more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more. No matter when your season ends, it's a downer. But in this case, even more so because you had your eyes on the big prize, which was the Lombardi Trophy.
Thanks for tuning in.